Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. We're back at you and welcome to the normal Muslims that are watching. Okay, for those brothers and sisters who are practicing, you can never really enjoy a life of like tunes, weed and like zina. I'll tell you why, because the thing is, as a Muslim, you may be able to pretend when you're around people, when you're around your friends, whether they be Muslim or not Muslim, like you may be able to laugh, you may be able to smile, you may be able to when you go clubbing or whatever, you may be able to have this like fake smile on your face and so forth, and have conversations with people. But the minute that, like I say, you turn the music off, you turn the TV off, you sit in a room without weed and just your mind, naturally you start to think about life. And the thing is that we try and do this thing when we're not practicing and like listening to tunes and smoking weed and got a girlfriend or boyfriend to avoid lectures and religious people. Like, so basically that if I don't hear about the day of judgment, if I don't hear about Jahannam, then it doesn't really apply to me because I'm not hearing about it. But no, it still exists. The hellfire, it exists. Jahannam exists. Whether you're hearing information about it existing and what it's like and and so forth, it still exists. So what happens is that when you fall off team, because like, especially when you're doing a number of haram things, like music, zina, smoking and stuff. The thing is that we 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 never have silence because it like we never have silence because it forces us to think. So there's always going to be music playing. There's always going to be weed smoked. Yeah. There's always going to be, what is it? You're going to, you know, be conversating with someone, like a girlfriend or boyfriend and stuff, because you want to keep your mind, you know what I'm saying? You want to keep your mind off that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. But you can never really enjoy it. You can never really enjoy, the weed. You can never really enjoy, do you know what I'm saying? The haram relationship. You can never really enjoy the music and all this stuff because the thing is at the back of your mind, you know that if I die like this, yeah, it's gonna there's a big chance that I'm gonna be finished. When your life is just filled with haram, everything is haram, and you live in the same day again and again and again. Wake up music, wake up smoking, wake up with a haram partner. When your life is just basically that in day in and day out, day in and day out, and just day out. The reason why you want to avoid listening to the lectures, the reason why you want to avoid going near anyone religious is because you don't want to hear the reality. But you could never enjoy that life. You know, this girlfriend or this boyfriend, yeah, it's a fake relationship because every time I spend with them, it's making Allah hate me. You know, that was it. Every time, so every time, what is it? I smoke this weed, Allah is hating me. Every time I listen to this music, Allah is not pleased with me. So that you try not to listen to any lectures. You see a religious person that you avoid him. You walk down another street, like. So what's the point of it? If you're gonna be smoking all this weed, you're gonna have this haram partner. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be listening to all this haram music, but deep down, you know what I'm saying. When you're on your own, you know what I'm saying. You're not enjoying that life. You can never really fully sit back and enjoy that life because you know it's wrong. You know. So the whole thing is that what is the point of doing what is the point of being so entrenched in that life when you can't enjoy it? You can enjoy it you can enjoy life in general, obviously, but it's temporary. You can't marry this person, well you can marry this person, but there's so much politics and they're not I don't know, man. It's the person may not want to get married, you know what I'm saying? The person may not ever start practicing. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really enjoy it. Okay, you're in a relationship with someone. It's haram, but there's nowhere to go from there. You know, just because you want to start practicing and do the right thing doesn't mean they do. You know, and there's no fun in it. I'm saying like that life of just doing haram, haram, haram. Yeah, you can only enjoy it if you switch off your brain. So you never turn the music off. You're always like smoking the the weed and got a movie on or something. You're always like you could you can't fully enjoy it. You can't fully enjoy it because once you what is it take all the distractions away, the TV, the music, the fake relationship and stuff, you realize that if I die in this state, it's gonna be a problem. Not saying it's gonna be not gonna be a problem for people that are practicing and so forth, but if someone is trying to avoid the major sins, yeah, and even if they do fall into it, or they're not perfect enough, but they're trying, they don't sin publicly, you know, they try to avoid smoking, drinking, and zina and these kind of things. Allah's gonna have mercy of them, inshallah, because they tried, even you know they were trying, they were in a mode of trying, and even if they slipped with certain things, they would get back up and try again. But for someone who just totally just give it up and just doing everything haram and this, that, and the other and so forth, you know, they know to themselves that yeah, it's possible that Allah can forgive me, but I'm not really trying at all, you know. And the worst thing you can do, I'm speaking as someone who's started practicing and fell off, yeah. The worst feeling you can have is practiced, yeah, and then falling off deen. See, for me, the worst feeling, I have two kind of worst feelings. When I wasn't Muslim and you're living your life, yeah, and you feel something is missing, yeah, but you don't know what. So you're non-Muslim, you know what I'm saying? You live your life, you know what I'm saying? You're either working or you're making money, however you're making money, and you're doing whatever else is doing. Yeah, you like, I don't know, you do what you do during the week, and on the weekend you're going clubbing, you're doing all these kind of things. But when you're not a Muslim, your fitr is telling you. Obviously, you don't know it's your fitr, but it's that kind of like a feeling that when you leave your house, yeah, and you've left something, it may be your keys, it may be something. There's something you left, but you don't know exactly what it is, but it bugs you. And it's like, what's missing? Something's missing. I don't know what, but something's missing. And then, you know, you're walking down the street and then you realize what it is. And then you go back and get it. And then that sense of relief comes. That's how it's kind of been like a non-Muslim, meaning that, but it's bigger than your keys. It's your whole purpose of life. So like you may be living your life, yeah, going through the motion what everyone's do. Like I said, whether it's working or making money, however you make money, and this, that, and so forth, and you know on the weekend, you know, doing what everyone else does, or go clubbing and stuff. But you have this thing at the back of your mind that there's got to be more to life than just like working, you know, eating, yeah, then dancing like a monkey in a club on the weekend. But you don't know what it is. All you know is that you've got freedom, you're doing what you want to do, but there's still something missing, but you don't know what. Yeah. That's one of the worst feelings. That's the kind of the worst feeling you can have as a non-Muslim. Yeah. But the worst feeling you can have as a Muslim is that when you've practiced and you've tasted the sweetness of Iman and you was obeying Allah and doing all your prayers and you were doing all this stuff and then somehow you fall off deen, yeah, and you're not jahil now, you've practiced. There was a time when you were seeking knowledge, you was going classes, you were You were listening to scholars and students of knowledge in learning and going classes for Arabic and stuff, and then somehow you manage to fall off and you fall back into the weed and you fall back into you know, the music and you fall back into like having a haram partner. That's the worst state you could be in, because before, if you're Jahil Muslim, yeah, then you don't know any better. But when you've seeked knowledge, yeah, and you've tasted the sweetness of Imam, but then you've gone back into like all the major sins and stuff, that is the worst kind of depression you can have. Because what it is that there's a difference between being off deen and being jahil, or being a cultural Muslim and being off deen, and once being actively seeking knowledge, then falling off deen. It's the biggest depression, because you know in detail, yeah, when you're smoking weed, when you've got a haram girlfriend, when you're listening to haram music at 24/7 and so forth, yeah, you know in detail with knowledge and stuff that my life is filled with haram, yeah, and I'm not really trying. And if I die in this state, yes, it's possible Allah can have mercy on me, but I'm not even trying, yeah, and I'm not ignorant. I'm doing all this haram thing, yeah, saying one day I'm gonna change, but I'm not putting in no effort. That's the worst thing. And the worst thing you could do is be a Muslim, smoking weed and stuff, yeah, and not practicing after you've practiced, because that will just make you think in 10 times deeper, yeah, about what you're doing wrong, you know. And that's the thing, is that after you've practiced, that's what I'm saying. If you grown up in a cultural family and stuff and you fall off deen, it's it's still not nice, because you know what you're doing is wrong to some degree and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But maybe your family never explained Tawheed in detail. They didn't explain the three categories of Tawheed or Akida, or, principles and all this stuff. So Islam is kind of true, and you should be doing certain things because your parents say it's wrong, or because it's haram in Islam. But it's different to when a person has seek knowledge of Deen and then they fall off, because they know clear cut how much Allah dislikes this, how much Allah dislikes that, how much Allah dislikes it, how much Allah has given us, and so forth. So the whole thing is that all I'll just say to you, bro, look, there's always an alternative. If you're in the dunya, yeah, because you want companionship or partner, you can get married. If you're if it's that, what is it? You you like you like what is it? If it's like you need friends and stuff, you can find there's cool people that practice. There's people that haven't always practiced out on deen, or people who've never been in dunya, and they're cool to chill out with, and like being on Dean can be fun, bruv. You know, not everyone on Dean, yeah, not everyone on Dean, yeah. It's like the way Shaitan tries to paint it, that everyone off Dean is cool, you can enjoy yourself, and the only way to practice, yeah, the only way to practice is to be a waste man with a boring life, and everyone's like some black and white boring person. No, people that
In the charged atmosphere at this time around the role of Muslims in America comes what is billed as the first major exhibition in the United States on the Quran. Jeffrey Graham reports. This is
it's okay, mate. Yeah, so the whole thing is that if you're not practicing, there's not what's the point of just not practicing, because you're not enjoying it. You can pretend you're enjoying it when people are around, and when you're going out, or when you're in a club, or when people are chatting around your house and stuff like that. Yeah, you can do your little fake class and have your conversation and stuff. But deep down, when they leave, when the music's not on, when it's just you in your house or in your room and so forth, you know, you think about Allah, you think about, you know, the haram you're doing, and you're not happy. So the whole thing is that, trust me, and if you do get on your deen and do start practicing, after you start practicing, you think, why did I waste so time? Why did I waste so much time with those people? I've got new friends now. You know, I enjoy myself. I enjoy seeking knowledge. I enjoy listening to lectures. I enjoy, you know, reading or whatever. Like, it's Shaitan tries to say that that your life is gonna be boring if you practice. Wallahi, it's not, man. That you there's people with good personalities who practice, who who you know. What I'm just trying to say is that life is not dead on Deen. That's just a picture that Shaitan's painting. And what happens is Shaitan can keep you there for years and years and years and years because what is it? He just paints this picture that life is going to be dead if you practice. You're going to be black and white. There's going to be a grey cloud over your head. It's going to be pouring. You're going to be depressed. Life is just dead when you practice. And so forth. And that's a lie, you know. But anyway, I hope this video, inshallah, helps somebody. And like I said, Jazakallah, that really helps a lot more for Yafi. Like I said, I want these videos. I'm not trying to come off in these videos as some kind of street of knowledge. I'm making videos basically to myself because, like I said, I started practicing. First of all, there was a time when I wasn't Muslim. After I started practicing and I was on Deen and so forth, I fell off. And I spent a lot of years, you know, in that rut of just like, you know, listening to tunes, smoking, you know, got with a Haram partner and this, that, and that, and so forth. And I don't know what is it. I just was like, I had that intention. One day I'm gonna change. One day I'm gonna change. One day I'm gonna change. One day. That went on for years. It turned, like I said, it turns from days to weeks to months to years. And that's what I'm saying. Then one day, one brother just walked up to me because some people used to give me like soft dawah. A few people gave me like soft dawah, but it just went in one ear and the other. But then one day, your brother just put it on me straight. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You're not Jahu. You know the consequences of what you're doing. Like you gave me, and it was someone I gave dawah to when I was practicing, and I had fell off, and you know, he's just like, "What you doing, man?" Like, you're smoking again. You like I said, you're listening to tunes. You got a girlfriend. This, that, and the other. What's like, you know the ramifications of this and stuff. What you doing? Like, what you doing? You gave me dawah one time, and it's like I didn't like it. I was annoyed. I was like, get out my. I was thinking in my head, just get out my face, man. But it was the huck. It was the huck. And even though he left me, and after he left me, even though I didn't like it, I knew it was the huck. I knew it was the huck when he was saying it to me. But I just didn't want it blatantly said to me. But I'm glad he said it to me blatantly because if he was, sometimes someone can say something so soft that it just, or so nicely that it just, yeah, alright. I've heard it 1,000 times before, man. I'm gonna get on teams at some stage, but stop wasting my time. Obviously, you don't say this to the person; it's just in your mind. But when he's just like, "What are you doing? Like, why you got this for? Why you smoking for? Why you drinking? Why you listen to music? Why have you got this girlfriend? Like, is this girl worth going hell for? Is this we going worth going hell for?" It don't make sense, and it's true. It didn't make sense, you know. But anyway, so if there's someone in the room smoking weed with their girlfriend or boyfriend or this, that, and the other, and so forth, this is a reminder that I wish I would have got years ago when I fell off Dean. Like maybe like a short time after I fell off Dean, not years afterwards, and so forth. And hopefully it gives you that push. Just wake up, man. Just wake up. All of us, me, you, I got shortcomings enough. I know that if I touched Jahannam, that whatever it was that I was getting pleasure from and so forth, it's not going to be worth it. Like, Jahannam is a fact, it's a reality. I know, like, all these things, because I trust in what Allah says, I trust in the Quran. I know, like, that person that had the worst life on earth, and then they would Allah says that they're put in Jannah for like 1 second, and Allah asks them, have you known any harshness? And he said, I've never known any harshness in my life. And he takes the person that had the best life on earth, dunya terms, yeah. And then he drops in hellfire. Like they're put in hell. He's put in hellfire for like 1 second, and then he says like Allah asks him, have you ever known any good in this life? And that's supposed to be someone who used to have a mansion and a plane and servants and all this kind of stuff. And the person says no, because it's all relative now. All that luxury and all that things that they had and all of these things and stuff. Because you know what Allah's saying true, like that verse that says that we will ask for Allah to send us back and say, oh, we promise if you, send us back, we'll do. Like, we just know when you read the Quran, yeah, that Allah's speaking the haqq. I've been Christian. The Bible is nothing like the Quran. I don't know what people say the Bible and the Quran say. No, the Bible's like, and Mark said to Paul, and Paul said to Luke, and Luke said to Mark, and Mark said to Jesus, and Luke said to... It's like... The Quran is like God speaking to you, like Allah speaking to you one-on-one. That's why so many people in jail, they become Muslim. Because it don't matter. Most of the people that read the Quran in jail, a lot of them, they didn't have a good education and this, that, and the other and so forth. And they never used to read and this, that, and the other. But when they read the Quran, the hardest criminal, they just like, listen, this is my creator. This is my creator speaking to me. No human being can speak to me like this. I need to fix up. That's why you'll find people come out of jail, become Muslim, they get a job, they change their life. Because they're just like, listen, I read in this book. I don't even normally read, but this one-to-one talk about my creator, I feel this big. I might have robbed secure vans, I might have been in a gang, I might be stabbing up people. But me reading this book, how Allah put the mountain to stabilize the earth. He made valleys. You put a sun like a lamp. Like, you just feel tiny. You get put in your place with words. The most hardened criminal. And you just realize, yeah, I'm not a big shot. I don't care if I've done robberies, if I've stabbed up, man, I've done this, that. When I read this book, it makes me realize I'm insignificant. That's why people say, yeah, okay, Jahannam. Okay, now I'm aware of this place called Jahannam. It's work or Jahannam. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to get a job. The punishment is not worth it. It's not worth it. The punishment is not worth what I have to go through. So I'm going to have to start working. I'm going to have to sort out my education. I'm going to have to sort out this. But anyway, guys, man, like I said, if you're in that lifestyle, you're not enjoying it anyway. The person you're in a haram relationship with, you know every second you spend to each other. You can't say you care about each other, because every second you spend together, you know, you're taking both each other closer to Jahannam. The friends that you're hanging out with and you're smoking weed with every day, listening to tunes with, you're not really friends, because you know on Judgment Day you're gonna start blaming each other. It's all long. It's all fake. So you might as well start practicing. And you're gonna meet people that were on road, or even if they weren't on road, like doing criminal stuff, they weren't practicing, and you know, they got cool personalities, man. You know, everyone practicing is not a black and white cardboard cutout. You know, that doesn't have a personality and doesn't have charisma. People who practice are people. And they were the same people that you were hanging out with, but it's just they don't do haram. They're interested about different things. Anyway, I'm not going to make this too long because I don't want to bore you. So, you know, like I said, if you want me to do any talks about any topics, just leave it in the comments. Even if it's after the live has ended and you want me to talk about a certain topic or a certain thing, you know, or ask a question or so forth, drop it in the comments. Or leave it on any of the videos. It don't matter if it's an old video or new video, I'll get the notification and so forth. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And don't just subscribe, hit that bell thing, because YouTube is mash up. If you subscribe to YouTube, if you subscribe but you don't press that bell thing, you don't get a notification when the video comes up. I don't know why YouTube do that. But anyway, guys, just clock in for the liking the video, and if you got any nasiha for me, how to improve the videos and stuff like that, let me know. But like I said, I don't want these videos to come off like some kind of like, some Talib or Omen, some lecture. I want these videos to be to people, that I want it to be an informal video, so you can just turn it on and get a little man boost or a little push with this, that, and the other. I want anyone to feel they can watch everything. I want from the robber to the brother and sister that been in a haram relationship for 5 years, to the person who's, hooked on heroin, or someone who's practicing but just struggles with maybe one thing, whether it be music or whether it be whatever it is. And that's what I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to come off with Kala, Rasulullah, and so forth. My things will always be based on Hadith and, Hadith and Quran and stuff like that. But one, I'm not trying to portray I'm something when I'm not. And two, I think people want to I think sometimes people who are not practicing, they just want someone to, have a conversation with, even if that person's, even just if there's a video there and you can relate to it and you can understand it. And I've made a million and one mistakes, so there's a ton of videos I can make because I've made the mistakes. And no one should. The Prophet said that two things: that the believer learns from the mistake of others, and also the believer is not struck by the same thing twice. So I'm using my experiences, my mistakes of the past, to stop you younger brothers and sisters from making it again. Anyway, love you all for the sake of Allah. Inshallah, take care. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.